everyone. I am Hannah McCann. I am cybersecurity consultant. I have a more than 15 years experience about developing applications and cybersecurity. I want to share my knowledge and experience to other people. Therefore, I prepared these videos. The videos have information about cybersecurity, application security, vulnerability assessment and management, penetration test, data security, data privacy, student response, security regulation and standardization. When you subscribe my channel, you will learn about these topics. I will upload one video every day. If this is the first time you are watching my video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, please. In this video, I will talk about open source license. Open source license is popular and important in recent years because developers use a lot of open source components or third parties or framework in their application. So this license is very important for the companies or organizations software project. In this video, I will explain what's the open source license and what type of open source license and what's the popular open source license. Open source license facilitates free and open source software development. Intellectual property IP laws restrict the modification and sharing of creative works. Free and open source software licenses use legal structure of the inverse purpose of granting freedoms to promote sharing and collaboration. They grant the recipients the rights to use the software, examine the source code, modify it, and distribute the modification. This license targets computer software where source code can be necessary to create modifications. They also cover situations where there is no differences between the source code and executable program distributed to end user. Open source license can cover hardware, infrastructure, open source component, framework, libraries. Also, it is cover books and music. Popular open source license are Apache license, MIT license, GNU General Public License, BSD license, GNU Lizard General Public License, and Mozilla Public License. Open source license categorized two type, permissive and copyleft. Permissive license originate in the academia. They grant the right to modify and distribute with certain conditions. These academic licenses usually require attribution to credit the original authors and disclaimer of warranty. Copyleft licenses have their origin in the free software movement. Copyleft also requires attribution, disclaims variants, and grants the right to modify and distribute. The difference is that copyleft demand reciprocity. Any derivative works must be distributed with the source code under a copyleft license. Copyleft permissive license do not, and therefore the code can be used with proprietary software. Copyleft can be further divided into strong and weak depending on whether they define derivative works broadly and narrowly. Most countries have created copyright laws. These laws automatically assign a copyright whenever a creator releases their work in any fixed format. Because of this reason, open source license is important to organizations and companies because companies use the open source component in their product depend on the open source license requirement. I tried to explain what's the open source license and how can use your software product. Thank you for watching me. If you want me to teach you more about this, share the video, give a thumbs up, click on the button below and subscribe to my channel, please.